How can there be 73 sects if being in a sect in the first place is permissible? Ahmad, let me quote the hadith which is narrated by Abu Hurairah, may Allah be pleased with him, and the hadith is collected by Imam Ahmad, Abu Dawood, Ibn Majah, Tirmidhi, and others. This hadith is actually one of the miracles of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because he has prophesied many facts which are coming true by the leave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has been informed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about certain unseen events which keep evolving. Like the fact that at the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Muslim Ummah was one unit. We united Arab and non-Arab, white and black, masters and servants. They could not imagine that one day this Ummah will be ununited. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam began by saying in this hadith that the Jews were divided into 71 sects. And the Christians have been divided into 72 sects. And my Ummah will eventually divide into 73 sects. Did you read the last segment of the hadith? The last segment answers your question. It says, all of them are in hell or will be in hell except for one group. This group, and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam did not give it a name, did not call it a party. Rather, he said, when he mentioned their traits, he said those who will be following whatever me and my companions are following today. So basically, if you are an individual or a small family living somewhere, anywhere in the world, could belong to this group because it doesn't have a name, right? Rather, they're called the mainstream of the Ummah. How? By strictly following the hadi and the guidance of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Any people who come and say our group and our party is the only saved party, they're required to show me a proof. The saved party, the saved group, as the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam mentioned in the hadith, in their quality, strictly following the guidance of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam and his companions. So it could be a group in this village, it could be a whole country, it could be an individual who's living somewhere and he's the only practicing person. Besides that, there has been many groups who deviated, and the deviation is not in the practices. So when we call Al-Khawarij, Ismailis, Baha'is and Qadianis, we do not call them different groups because they have different type of worship. No, not because they differ in how they offer the prayer. No, rather they differ in the concept of belief, in the concept of aqidah, which is the main differences between Muslims and all non-Muslims, Jews, Christians, and otherwise. A sect which denied one of the articles of faith, which is Al-Qadr. You know, in the 6th article of faith, the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, وَأَن تُؤْمَنَ بِالْقَدَرِ خَيْرِهِ وَشَرِّهِ, to believe in the preordainment, whether it's good or bad. So one group said, no, whatever we do, we have no choice. We're only doing what Allah has ordered us to do. We're obliged to do it, and we did not have a choice. So they call an adulterer not blameworthy. Why? Because he fulfilled whatever Allah ordered him to do. So this is how they understood Al-Qadr. This sect is called Al-Jabriya. Al-Jabriya. We're forced. So we are like the rest of the objects, like the rest of the creatures, I mean animals, cattle. We have no choice. The angels have no choice. So they denied the concept of giving Al-Insan the free choice. They deviated. On the contrary, with the same subject, belief in the preordainment and the divine destiny, another sect went on the other extreme and they said, no, we're entirely responsible for our actions. God have nothing to do with it. He did not even have any idea about it before we did it. So it is our earning and we're entirely responsible. God did not even know it before it was done by us. So they were called a different name, Al-Qadariyya, and accordingly they deviated. In between, to keep balance, that human beings were given the free choice to do whatever they do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. He has given al-insan, mankind, the guidance, showed him the two ways, the right and the bad. It's your choice, and according to your choice, you will bear the consequence. Meanwhile, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us and what we do. And in His infinite knowledge, He knew what we will be doing before even we were created, and accordingly He stated that in a book with Him. And so many differences in the belief. In the Aqidah, I just give you a glimpse over one thing, which deviated people. People who believe that there will be a prophet after Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Deviant. They don't believe in Islam. Because Islam is, the concept of Iman is indivisible. 6 articles of faith. You take them all, or you do not believe in Islam. It is as simple as that. So, لَيْسَ بَعْدَ الْكُفْرِ ذَنْبٍ. When the Prophet ﷺ said they're all deviant, except those who will hold fast on the teachings of Allah and His Messenger and the footsteps of the companions and our predecessors. The hadith is perfectly understood. Those who deviated, you're saying that it's not permissible to have a sect or to form a sect. They are already non-Muslims, as the Prophet ﷺ said. Barakallahu feek.